It was the tweet heard round the world.
Del movimiento Me Too.
Here in South
Here
Korea.
in France.
New cases of sexual misconduct.
More women coming forward with allegations of sex.
Step down as director.
Workplace violence.
Common in the healthcare industry.
The victory for women's rights in Japan.
The Me Too movement helped shine a light on sexual harassment at work around the world and helped some survivors get the justice they deserve. But even before Me Too, workers, employers, and government members of the International Labor Organization, or the ILO, which sets global labor standards, have worked together to end violence and harassment at work. In June 2019, the ILO adopted the Violence and Harassment Convention, or C-190. So how does this work, and what difference will it make? Well, the treaty requires governments to adopt laws that prevent and respond to violence and harassment at work. It ensures that survivors have ways to make complaints, have protection from retaliation when they come forward, and have access to services and remedies. It also means that employers are responsible for preventing violence and harassment and must create workplace policies, provide training, and have channels for workers to make complaints. The treaty also defines violence and harassment in the world of work much more broadly than before. Violence and harassment are defined as psychological, physical, economic, or sexual harm. Protections from these harms don't just apply to people working in sites like offices and factories, but anywhere they're doing activities related to work, like work events, commutes, private homes, or schools. Everyone facing violence and harassment related to work is protected. This includes workers, job applicants, job seekers, interns, volunteers, and those working in informal settings like domestic workers and street vendors. This is more important now than ever, as many workers are facing unprecedented work challenges due to the coronavirus pandemic. The ILO Violence and Harassment Convention, or C-190 treaty, is a groundbreaking advance in workplace standards. But in order for it to be implemented, governments have to ratify it. And you have an important role to play. Ask your government to ratify C-190. It's about time that everyone can work in dignity and safety, and that we don't see headlines like these anymore.